Welcome everyone to my new and improved channel called the Silver Ninja, and I am John, the Silver Ninja. This channel is for anyone who really likes to invest in silver, or they think it's going to be a great asset to hold on to because it'll preserve your purchasing power. It's really good to barter with, and then of course some of us believe that silver will make the moonshot, okay? And that's why I hold physical silver, because I think it's going to make the moonshot. But yeah, also to barter in case, because we do know that the global economy is slowing and the United States dollar might not be the world reserve currency much longer. So and we know that the dollar is very strong right now, and every time it starts to peak like this, these cycles take a long time, but it's peaking now, and the next move for the dollar, I believe, is going to be way down. Okay, so this is why we gotta invest in the silver. This is going to preserve our capital, and I am different than a lot of these other silver channels, okay? Because I'm all about making the most money. How can we get the most leverage, okay? So that's what I'm going to bring that's way different than anybody else. Because I'm not going after, yeah, if silver goes up, we'll make, 4 times our money, okay? No, I'm looking for ways to make 50, 100 times our money, okay? In the next year or two. So I believe that silver is a great place to invest your money for when it does make its moonshot. I think it's going to triple digits, alright? So that's right, I think silver is going over $100 relatively soon, and also I believe silver is in a buy zone right now, okay? Anytime silver is coming down here, under 20, it's under $23. It's like $22.90 something. And I think it's at the lower end of this trading range, okay? So it would be a good buy right now to get the AGQ, which is the leveraged silver, but I'll talk about that later. But that's what makes my channel different, is this leverage. How can we get this leverage? We can do it by silver ETFs, like I just said, the AGQ. We can do it by silver miners, and the way to get the most leverage, which is options in silver penny stock miners, okay? This is how we're going to make that 50, 100x. And yeah, so people need to consider, if you want to take on, how much risk you're willing to take on. I think options are a way to do it that they allow you to know your risk. You know how much is the maximum amount you can lose, and that's of course how much you're willing to put in, okay? So I'm going to talk about the specifics of these options and all that, and which stocks I like. I'm going to talk about which silver mining stocks and which gold mining stocks. Okay, a lot of these channels are only about, physical. And I don't agree with that, because you're leaving so much money on the table if you're right. Let's say you and I are right and silver does make its moonshot to $300. Think of how much money you're going to be missing out on if you don't take advantage of these stocks as well as the options, okay? Some people, they just like the silver though, and I understand that, but this channel, I'm trying to make it different, okay? Even if you don't want to put, of course, don't sell all your silver and buy stocks and options and stuff like that, But there are a lot of good stocks that we can get to pay dividends to, and they'll pay us over time, plus the stock will go up. But first, before I get into the specifics about which stocks you should get, which ones are going to move the most, I want to tell you a little bit about how I got started, okay? Because it's always fun to hear other people's stories about how they got started investing, what intrigued them about it. So when I was a kid, my dad started teaching me about inflation, and that basically means that they continue to print more money, and it inflates the money supply, and there's basically more money in existence, okay? And when there's more of something, it becomes a lot less valuable. Like, let's say you have I'm trying to sell a computer to somebody, okay? And there's only one of these in the world. That's going to be worth a lot of money. But let's say I'm trying to sell a computer now that there's 1 million of, like a Dell, like they make tons of Dells. That's not going to be worth as much, So that's just kind of tells you what inflation is, I guess. Just expansion of the money supply. So he was telling me about that, and then he started talking to me about silver, and he gave me silver dollars for my birthday. When I was like maybe 12, 13, he gave me my first BU Morgan. BU means brilliant uncirculated, and basically what that means is it's never been touched by human hands, okay? I'll show you some silver later, alright? right after this. So yeah, started talking about the inflation, the silver, gave me silver coins, and I was really intrigued by looking at those silver coins. I'm like, wow, this is from the 1880s, you know. I just thought it was amazing to have those. Okay, and then when I got my first job when I was 14 years old, I got my working papers and I went on a farm, and I was buying ounces of gold for $295. Okay, I would meet up, you know, with my dad. He'd be like, "Oh, you said you wanted to buy gold this week, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He told me an ounce for $295, 100 Corona. Okay, I think it was like a Australian or something. I don't even know. But yeah, he gave me my first 100 Corona gold coin for $295. And then I continued to buy those drachmas, the French roosters, and 50 pesos, and all kinds of gold coins. Okay, and then I started to buy gold jewelry. But yeah, I'm getting to gold. Actually, silver is where I was supposed to be talking about. And I was buying rolls of silver, dimes, quarters, half dollar. Every Sunday, you know, that we would go to the flea market and we would, you know, I'd buy, my dad would sell me stuff like that. So, and I just started stacking it and stacking it. And then when it got to 20 bucks an ounce, I was like, oh, maybe I should sell it now. And then my dad's like, no, don't sell it. It went, and then he was right, because silver went all the way to $49. And like I said, I was buying gold for $2.95 an ounce, and silver, I was buying silver eagles for $5 back in, I think, the year 99, 2000, right around there. That's when I started to buy it. So I got in at like the right time. And I also bought stocks too. That's how, you know, I'm the guy to go to, both on the bullion markets and concerning these mining stocks, okay? Because I was into these mining stocks years ago, so I know a lot about them. I know how they move. And let me tell you guys, right now some of the miners are cheap, okay? And I don't think they're going to remain that cheap for long. So that's why I decided it's time to start coming out on my Silver Ninja channel, teach people about not only the metal itself, but also the options and the stock, okay? So yeah, that's how I got started. It was just my dad, you know. And then I went off on my own. I started wheeling and dealing. I was buying scrap gold. I was buying, you know, buckets of silver dimes off of people. And I was, you know, selling it, you know, making a little something, stacking it, you know, just doing all kinds of stuff with it. And then, yeah, my metal went up in value a lot. I ended up selling some of it at pretty high prices. And, you know, I remember I had to sell a few out. I sold like a bunch of some of my silver rounds to pay off my $14,000 car. So, guys, silver can be a real investment. You know, you stack a little bit of it, then the price shoots up, and before you know it, you know, you've got yourself a lot of money. Okay, so silver investing is no joke. I know a lot of people will laugh at it and they'll say, you know, you should only buy Bitcoin. And okay, but let me make this clear too. I believe that when they lower the interest rates, silver, yeah, it's gonna shoot to the moon. But I also believe that Bitcoin will too. And there's ways that we can get leverage on Bitcoin, such as Hut 8 mining, Riot, R-I-O-T, the Riot blockchain, and M-A-R-A, Marathon Holdings. And guys, if you want to learn more about getting leverage on the cryptos, because we know, I think crypto is going to be a guarantee. Crypto is going to go back up. Then you can go to my Stocks and Crypto channel, link in the description, if you want to learn more about the stock. So please do that. So now I'm actually going to go into a little bit of show and tell, show you a little bit of silver, and then I'm going to get right to some of the mining stocks, okay? So, and then you guys can look those up for yourself. I'll be back 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to show you a few of the cool items that I have, and maybe it'll get you excited about buying. I don't know. So, I'll show you some of these. There's a ship. This one's a Engelhard. This one says Great Lakes. If you are interested in any of these ones, get a hold of me, because I might be willing to part with a couple if I have a double, and if you give my channel a like. So yeah, get a hold of me. I'll put my email in there if you're interested in one. $1973. Halloween. Oh, and I have doubles of this one. The train. Those are good ones. These are called art bars, okay? So a lot of people like to buy different things, okay? And here's a The party's over. 1974. Golly, that's like almost 50 years old. They do go for a small premium, okay? And then I want to show you some of these. I've got 5 of these on hand right here at the house. I don't keep much silver here because that's not safe, okay? But I like to keep a few things just to show and tell, you know. So these are special coins because they're proofs. When they make these and they stamp them, they use extra pressure and they also polish the dies. So that's what gives them that mirror finish. And these go actually for about I think $65 to $75 each for these common years. So I got 5 of these on hand. There's those go for a big premium. All right, if you want to you know, make the most in the physical silver, you should not buy premium coins like that. You shouldn't buy proof silver eagles or really rare stuff. If you want to make the most, what you have to do is buy generic silver rounds or bars. Okay, the bigger the bar, you're generally going to be paying a little bit lower per ounce. Okay, so if you buy a 1 ounce, maybe you end up paying 25 bucks. But if you buy a 10-ounce bar, it might bring that down to $24.50 per ounce. Just as an example, okay? So that's what I do recommend if people want to buy physical silver, is you buy 10-ounce bars, or if you can, buy kilos, or if you can, you know, obviously get the 100-ounce bars, because those have the smallest premium. So here's another cool item. This is a strip of 10 Engelhard bars. And these ones, I think these are from the 1970s or 80s, I'm not sure. But there's people on eBay asking $1,000 for one of these. But in reality, a strip of these, they're kind of rare, but they're worth, you know, $300, $350 for a strip of these. They're Engelhard though, so that means they're going to be going for a premium, all right? Now, I'm going to get into some of the actual stocks where we can magnify our gains in silver over the coming years, okay? So, 1 second. Okay, I just want to tell you about some of the silver mining stocks that you can get that are a good way to magnify your gains if silver actually does make its move, which we all know it's going to, okay? Silver metals. This is my favorite silver mining stock, okay? Their price per ounce is like really low. It's like around $12 per ounce. And it's only $2.40 a share right now. And it was over $15, okay? So what I expect for silver metals to go back over $15. And they have a $422 million, their market cap is $422 million. They have a positive EBITDA, that's earnings before interest, tax, demonetization, amortization, something like that. Revenue, and that's a good way to measure the health of a company. Okay, revenue was around $278 million, and so this is a legit company. It's not like these penny stocks like Mullen that have to dilute. So if you actually put the money into these shares, you don't really have to worry about tons of dilution, reverse splits. So these are good to actually go long on. So another one is Courier Mining, CDE. This is going to be a major penny pumper when silver really moves, okay? This is a cheap stock. It's got a $780 million market cap. They're positive EBITDA, like I said. Another one is PAAS. That's Pan American Silver. That's going for around $15 right now. I expect that one to jump up to $30 or higher. MAG Silver, M-A-G. You can look up that one. And then the final one I want to say is just EXK, which is Endeavor Silver, okay? Now, to make the most money in these, we have to buy the options. Options are a way to get a massive amount of leverage, okay? And I teach you about options a little bit more on my Patreon, so if you want to go check that out. But options, like I said, they're a way to get leverage. And you can buy options contract that give you the option to exercise that option and to purchase shares at a discounted price, okay? Assuming that they're worth more money, all right? And you can buy options of different strike prices, different levels of risk, and then you can also buy options that expire very quickly, which is what you don't want unless you know silver is going to go up very soon. Or you can get options that expire later, which is the ones that I would like right now. So if you want to learn more about the options, if you want to learn how to set up your trading account, if you just really like silver, you know, want to learn how to magnify your gains in silver, just check out my Patreon. I'll put the link right in the description. And I'm willing to talk with you if you don't know, anything about how to set up your stock, your Ameritrade account or whatever. I can get you started. I can get you set up with a Tripple monitor setup if you want. So whatever you need help on, just $5 only for the Patreon. And on our last big stock, that was Genius Group. I made about $9 grand. Another of my buddies made 45 grand. And when Genius Group took off, I got about 23 Patreons. Okay, so people know I can call the bangers. All right. Before Genius Group, it was Troika. I made 4 grand in Troika. I made about 8-9 grand in Genius Group. My next one, I'm gonna be making 16 grand. Okay, so get in on the Patreon now. It's only $5. All right. So that's all I wanted to say today is to remind you guys that silver is a really great investment. It's a great place to store your money. And please subscribe to this because I'm going to have a lot more stuff coming about silver. And I'm going to be showing off more of my stack. All right. So if you are interested in silver, this is the #1 channel to be at. So thanks all of you for watching, fellow silver stackers.